Carnage is a slimy goober who's just as violent as Star Wars fans, so him taking over different characters can make for a story that is exciting and violent. But in today's story, Carnage bonds with a character no one has heard of before, and because they are brand new, they are not Carnage anymore, but they become something so much better, and we're gonna see that in the all-new Cult of Carnage Misery comic series. So this begins with us being introduced to Liz Allen, who is the wife of Harry Osborn, and these two go together like Tom Holland and Zendaya because they're living such a happy life. And one day, they had a deep conversation about whether or not money buys happiness, and Harry pumps some wisdom inside of her and tells her that money doesn't buy happiness, results do. But here's the thing, if you ever feel depressed, more often than not, it's just your own voice laughing at your misery. So the only way to cope with that is just to laugh back. And Liz better start doing that because flash forward in time, Harry Osborn is now dead, and Liz was just going through his closet to clean it out until suddenly she found some secrets which led to an entire shrine of Green Goblin gear. And she was able to piece together that he died because he was the Goblin. And also a little tidbit, Liz is the CEO of Alchemax, and thanks to her CEO powers, she told some guards to take away all of his Green Goblin garbage. But her son doesn't want her to take it away, and fights over to keep that stuff just for a pumpkin bomb to pop out like a zit and land in front of his baby half-brother. And Liz carefully asks him to give it back, and with a little bit of blackmail, he does hand it back. But it's just frustrating to see all this go, because even though it's dangerous, it's their last physical memory of their father/husband. But these dookie donks need to pucker up because Liz has some symbiotic studying to do, alongside her buddy Dr. Steven. And Steven tells him that they have the Carnage symbiote on hand, and it's the only symbiote out there that can actually regenerate limbs. The issue is that it's always angry, more angry than Portuguese football fans, because just like Portugal not seeing another World Cup ever again, Carnage won't be used to help people unless they could tame it. But it turns out they may be able to tame it, because after Dr. Steven chucked Carnage onto a chimpanzee, they also threw in the symbiote anti-venom in hopes that it could kill some of the Carnage cells and make it less angry but still effective. But it turns out it didn't exactly work out for the chimpanzee. But who knows, maybe it'll work out for a human. But anyways, they left the experiment behind and just moved forward. But while this is going on, a brand new Marvel lollipop is now being introduced, and his name is Corwin Jones, and he's been tasked with the job by a mysterious figure to infiltrate Alchemax and steal their symbiotes. So with that being said, he dons his suit, which genuinely looks like something from Fortnite, and makes his way to Alchemax. And even though it's being guarded by some Alchemax guards, they did not stand a chance against Jones. And because of this, while Liz was giving toys to her nephew, the guards bolted to her to try to warn her about this, but it was all too late, because all Jones wanted was Liz, because she has the Miska tool to all the symbiotes. So Liz acted fast and locked her nephew up to protect him, and proceeds to leave him behind to go to the lab and try to shut down the building and the symbiotes. But it looks like that wasn't going to happen. So she claps back by saying that she'll make the entire building burn, so that way he can't get those slimy egg yolks. And you would think that's more than enough blackmail to work, but the thing is that Jones took it somewhat seriously. So he destroyed the entire lab anyways, and with some special metal balls, he sucked up every single symbiote and ran away. Well, all except for one, because after getting hit and having the Carnage X anti-venom goo escape, it started to take over Liz as their new host. And even though she just accepted this, she didn't accept the fact that it would hurt so much. But after being reminded by a thought of Harry, who told her that whatever voices aren't in your head that tell you that you're sad, just slap their cheeks and laugh back at your misery. And that is precisely what she does. And just like that, Marvel has themselves another new slobber monster, and her name is Misery. But you may want to see her fight Jones and get those symbiotes back, but the issue is that this is a very new comic series, so the comic issue where that takes place hasn't been released yet. But it will reveal the fact that after Liz finally tracked down Jones, he just let loose all of the goo that he stole, and he became another new character named Madness. And that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.